Welcome back everyone to another video. I'm here to talk to you today about another album. Another classic album, I might add. This is Classic Album Reviews Part 2 of probably going to be 500. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the album. Today's album is going to be Pleasure to Kill by Kreator. You know, Kreator is one of the best thrash metal bands to ever come out of Germany. I would consider them, I would put them on par with Metallica or Slayer, because I think they're actually better than Slayer and Metallica, even Megadeth and even Anthrax. They're just so good at what they do, and that's just play some awesome kick-butt music. So without further ado, let's get into the album. The first song is an intro called Choir of the Damned, which leads right into another song because there's not really much to say about it. It leads right into Ripping Corpse. Now, Ripping Corpse is probably my favorite Kreator song of all time. I've listened to this song countless times and I never get sick of it. And that's good to say because that must mean it's a good song if I never get sick of it. Now, it's a very thrashy song, but one thing to take note about this album is that there's a lot of, in my opinion at least, there's a lot of death metal in it. Not like, you know, like I'd say Morbid Angel. I wouldn't compare it to Morbid Angel, but I'd say like early death metal sort of kind of stuff, because quite frankly, the vocals are very raspy. They have a very raspy tone, kind of like Chris Barnes on Eating Back to Life, except I think they're a little bit better than Chris Barnes. And also, the way that the guitars sound, I mean, it still sounds very thrashy, don't get me wrong, but there's like there's a little death metal in there, here and there, which doesn't surprise me because Kreator kind of helped pave the way for death metal. Not many people know that or acknowledge that, but bands like Kreator, bands like Grave, bands like, well, Grave is a death metal band from Sweden, if you didn't all know that. Check out that band too, they're pretty good. But anyways, I digress. Moving on from Ripping Corpse, we go on to Death Is Your Savior. Now, Death Is Your Savior is spelled wrong, I think on purpose, because it's spelled S-A-V-I-O-U-R, or something like that here. I'll double check it right now. Yep. S-A-V-I-O-U-R. Really good song. Solid song with a lot of thrashy elements in it. Again, it has that death metal tone to it. I don't know if this is on purpose or maybe it's just me, because I think there's a lot of death metal in this earlier Kreator style. Moving on from there, we have Pleasure to Kill, the title track. Now, Pleasure to Kill is a live staple even nowadays. Actually, when I saw him live, in, let's see, that was about 2 months ago. They played Pleasure to Kill, and man, the house just went nuts. It was amazing to hear that song live. The riffs in the song are great, the solos are great, the drums sound awesome on this album. They especially sound really good on this track, especially the very beginning intro where it has that little drum roll at the beginning. Yeah, it's just all awesome. And from there we come to Riot of Violence. Riot of Violence is about a 5-minute song, not the longest song on the album, we'll get into that next, but it's still a very good song, which is talks about, you know, the title track itself says it all. It's just a riot of violence. And quite frankly, I love the guitar riff on that song. It's just so full of energy, and it's just so good. Moving on from there, we have The Pestilence. The Pestilence is a 6-minute and 57-second song, making it the longest song on the album. Now, this is a very good song, and you might think, like, how does this song compare to the other shorter songs? Well, it compares pretty good to the shorter songs because it has a nice flow to it. You know, it doesn't feel like 6 minutes has gone by when you've actually heard it. And that's a really good thing because you never want a song to feel like an eternity. That just means it's bad. But that goes without saying. Carrion is up next, and it starts off with a great intro. I just love the intro part of this song because it's got a sweet double bass to it. It's got that awesome guitar riff that kicks in. Yeah, it's just a great song. There's not a whole lot to say about these songs. It's just that they're really good. But they have, again, a lot of them have that death metal undertone to them, which is really nice because, I mean, I'm a big death metal fan. Up next, we have Command of the Blade. Command of the Blade is another solid song. I would give it at least 8 out of 10 because, quite frankly, every song on this album is a 10 out of 10. I just think this song is a little bit weaker. It's not a bad song by any means necessary, but it's one of those songs where you could probably do without because there's a lot of repetition in it, and that can get a little repetitive, for lack of a better word. And finally, to end this album, we have Under the Guillotine. Under the Guillotine is a fantastic song and was played live many times before it was taken off the set list, which is very disappointing because this song is a great song. It is so brutal, it moves so fast. I would compare it to one of the songs on Rain and Blood, just how fast it moves. It's just so brutal, and honestly, there's not much to say about it. It's just brutal and fast and really kick butt. You need to listen to it. So that was my review of Pleasure to Kill by Kreator. What do you guys think of this band? Have you ever heard of them before? Maybe have you heard of this album before? What do you think of it? What do you think of my review? Let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in another video.